Well, hey everybody, it's Moody Boo again, and this time I am doing a house review. I wasn't actually going to post a video for a while, but one of my latest acquisitions came in, and I'm so crazy about it. It's wonderful. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff. So I thought I'd just go ahead and knock out a quick house review. But you know me, I'm rather long-winded, so who knows how quick this will actually be. So the house that I'm reviewing is House of Sillage. And I now have 3 bottles of it. I have Passion de l'Amour over here on the left. I have Benevolence on the right. And then in the middle is my latest acquisition. It's a little gorgeous thing here. House of Sillage #1. And again, this one is geared for men, but I read the notes in it, read some reviews, got a sample, went wackadoo, and bought a full bottle. I'm going to start with Passion de l'Amour. Now, this is a very fruity, woody kind of a perfume. It's raspberry and oud and saffron, and there's some amorous in there, and vanilla and patchouli, and some fruits. But what I get is a very sweet berry top, and then the oud comes in a little later on, after about 20 minutes or so. Now this oud is rather on the sour side, so if you like the more skanky, naughty kind of ouds, this may not work for you. But I'm kind of liking some of those sour notes as a background note, like the sour ouds, rhubarb, some citruses, things like that. So I think it really adds to this. The first time or two that I wore this, I was a little put off by it. And I thought, I don't know if I want to buy a full bottle. I had, samples. But after a while of wearing it, I kind of put it down and then I come back to it. If I'm not sure about a perfume, if I love parts of it but aren't sure about it, I'll put that sample or decant away and come back to it later. As you can tell. So, anyway, and I did that with Passion de l'Amour, and now it's just beautiful. And all 3 of these are winter scents. None of these I would wear during warm months. They're just too bombalicious. They would overwhelm, I think, even with one spray. So, anyway, Passion de l'Amour, beautiful. And what with these bottles? Crazy, gorge. So the next perfume I want to talk about is Benevolence, and it's actually the first House of Sillage perfume that I bought. And if I'm not mistaken, it's also their most popular. Now, I think all of these are very unisex. The 2 outer ones, Passion de l'Amour and Benevolence, I don't think are marketed for men or women, but the one in the middle, #1, is marketed for men. Ridiculous, but I digress. So Benevolence to me is smells kind of like an orange blossom bomb. But it's vanilla and sugar and orange blossom, and there's some almond in there and star anise, lavender, some jasmine, lime and musk. And really, I just get a very sweet orange blossom with a little bit of gourmand background. And I think that probably comes from the anise and the almonds. It is beautiful. And I'm not a big orange blossom fan. It's like tuberose and jasmine. Most of those white flowers are just too overwhelming for me. Some, like tuberose, can be too feminine, even though I did go through a bottle of, I think it was Michael Kors Michael, his first perfume, and I loved it at that time. But it became too much too fast. So I'm really put off usually by white florals. And so when I'm telling you, this is the most beautiful white floral I've ever smelled. A lot of times white florals can turn kind of screechy or soapy. And I like neither of those kind of effects. So it does nothing for me. But this one, oh my God, I went through a sample and didn't even bother to buy a decant or a second sample. I went straight for the full bottle. Whoa! So there it is, Benevolence. And these all last crazy long. Great sillage or projection. I believe the difference between projection and sillage, I use them interchangeably, but if I'm not mistaken, sillage is the scent left behind when you walk away, whereas projection is what people can smell when they're standing next to you. So I'm not sure if they really are very distinguishable, but I do interchange them frequently. And if I am mistaken, I apologize. But either way, they both are great. So the middle one. Oh, oh, oh my gosh, this one. I went through a sample of this in, I think it was like 6 days. I went through a sample, and I believe it was a 1 ml sample. And this stuff projects like crazy. It lasts hours and hours, every bit as long as its brother and sister there. But this, I can't even, it is my new favorite perfume. It will be hard to wear anything else but this the rest of the winter. I am in love. Now, I have heard some reviewers say they kind of smell this cherry, jammy kind of a smell. I get what they're saying, but for me, I get more of a rose jammy kind of a smell. But there's no rose and there's no cherries in this. So the notes are, it's got cinnamon, vanilla, amber, tonka, clove, mahogany, ginger, oud, and cedar. And the woody notes are really the background singers in this one. It is, for me, all about the ginger and the tonka, the amber, the cinnamon, and the vanilla. It makes this gorgeous cloud around you. It is amazing. And check out the coolest sprayer you've ever seen in your life. Push, bam. What'd I say? Look how shitty my camera is. And this is like a Note 8, guys. It's not like this is a 50-year-old camera. This is off of my Note 8. So, you know, here's to you, Samsung. So, want to see that one more time, though? Blurry or not? Bam! Ah, and I am here to tell you, at first I sprayed it once and I thought, well, I can't smell that very well. So I gave myself 2 more sprays out of the full bottle because my sample was a dabber. It wasn't a spray sample. And I was like, well, I can't smell it. And then that was at 8 a.m. this morning, and it's now like, I don't know, 2:33 in the afternoon. And I still have this gorgeous aroma all over me. It is incredible. My new favorite. Absolutely, hands down, my new favorite perfume. So there it is. I never thought I would say I have a favorite, and I actually, well, they're different ballparks, but I think I love this one every bit as much as my Holy Grail. Amber by L'Occitane, that is discontinued. They smell nothing alike, don't get me wrong. But this has always been my Holy Grail. But now, I don't know. I don't know. I think I got to divorce Amber. I think I need to have an affair with number 1. Because you are number 1. Oh my God. You guys got to get your nose on it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And you may not like it, you know. It just, people that have the same taste as me, probably going to love it. So there you go. Have a great one all. And happy 2020. Again, don't forget to vote in November. Peace.